American Airlines emergency line, please state your emergency.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class. And I think there's mace that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
My name is Roy Fikac. I've been in law enforcement, getting close to about 30 years. After 9/11 had happened, I'd already been, in my career about 4 or 5 years. Being here, raised in a patriotic family, I really felt the need to want to give back. I think that that's something that Jeff shared, of a like-minded attitude of wanting to help in the war on terror. It's probably one of the most times that I can remember in my lifetime of this country being as united as it was after that happened.
Sammy hits a high fly ball, deep right center. Back goes Merced to the wall and right, looking up, leaping. That ball is gone for a home run. He's carrying an American flag around the bases, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
They were offering programs that you could go over and serve as a contractor embedded with the military to help create some good over in the Middle East. I actually ran into Jeff in Afghanistan. We were in 2 different units, but wound up at the same forward operating base. He had overheard me talking, and he said, "Man, that's a Texas boy if I've ever known. That's got to be a guy from Texas." We got acquainted, and sure enough, I grew up in a little town 40 miles east of Waco called Mejia, Texas, where I graduated high school there before I'd moved off to the Austin area. Small world, right? Here we were, all the way on the other side of the world in this Afghanistan, and 2 guys that were within 40 miles of one another wound up over there. I recognized his leadership right away, and probably the thing that stood out the most to me was the heart that he had for people. A genuine love for people, and it didn't matter if they were from, a whole nother tribe and culture. It didn't matter what color, what race, what religion, or anything that, it just didn't matter. He wanted to help, he wanted to contribute, and his leadership was always standout. And people trusted that. I considered myself, to be a leader as well. I was in the unit that I was assigned to, but Jeff was a guy that I would follow. In one set of circumstances, where we had pulled into our FOB and we had a little bit of downtime, the military had most of the FOBs, the forward operating bases where we would stage at, in our downtime were equipped with gyms. That way you could stay in shape and be able to exercise, whether it was in the mountainous terrain of Afghanistan or even the desert portions. And so in this one particular afternoon, both of our teams were in the gym working out. While we were working out, vehicle-borne improvised explosive device and garbage truck hit the front gate and detonated. The detonation was so extreme. It rocked the entire FOB that we were at. Knocked me to the floor. Every glass mirror that was within that gym, just smashed and shattered. As I was laying there on the floor, in the dust and the debris, I look up, and Jeff has just swung the door wide open, grabbed his battle rattle and his rifle, and is saying, "Let's get it, let's go, they need us." And that guy ran out that door in the face of, we didn't know what. He inspired me. I got to my feet, grabbed my stuff, and we went out there and took care of business. And that's Jeff. Jeff is the guy that is going to get in the trenches with these guys. In nearly 30 years of law enforcement that I've had, I've met few people like that. It's not something, that can be trained in you. I mean, it's something you're born with. And I believe that he is born to lead that agency and turn things around and in a service to everyone within the McLennan County community.